Okay, in part 9 in this module on leading change, we're going to continue to talk about Cotter's 8 principles of leading change. We've talked about creating a sense of urgency, building a guiding coalition. We just talked about forming a strategic vision and approach and strategies to achieving the change you're talking about. And now we're going to talk about this principle from Cotter called enlisting and engaging people. So what does that mean? Really, when Cotter's talking about enlisting and engaging with people, he's talking about communicating clearly to people what to expect, what they need to know, and what they should expect. Enlisting and engaging people via communication to make sure things are clear with people about the change and how it affects them. People want to know and need to know what's going on. When is this happening? Why is this happening? How is it happening? Who's doing what? People want and need to know those things. And when they don't, they get anxious. Right? So enlisting and engaging people means clearly and continuously communicating the what, why, when, how, where, who questions of what changes are coming up, what should I expect, how does this affect me as a person, why are we doing this, how does this help, and when is this happening, and who's supposed to do what, right? Those are the things we as change leaders need to be communicating, and you'll be likely amazed at how often you need to communicate these things. It's not a one-time deal, as you've probably experienced already in life. You don't just communicate these changes once or twice or 3 times. A good leader of change continuously and repeatedly communicates these same messages over and over and over and over again. Why? Well, sometimes it's because our people just aren't listening very well, but oftentimes it's because people need to hear a message 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times before they totally get it, totally hear it, totally accept it. They're going to forget it. There's lots of things going on in their lives, not just this one thing you said to them in the moment. They may not remember it. It's true of pretty much everybody. We need to hear messages over and over and over again. And so you, as a good change leader, need to repeat these messages and be clear about what's going on, why, when, who, what. And don't worry, you really can't over-communicate. It's much better to over-communicate than to under-communicate. If you find you have staff coming to you and asking you questions about what's going on, what changes are happening, why is that happening, when is this going to happen, and who's doing it, and if you find that people are asking you any of those questions, then you likely know that means that you need to communicate more and more often. And don't assume it's your staff's fault. Don't point fingers at them, even though, yeah, sometimes they're not listening. Assume it's your job as a leader of change that you need to communicate these things as often as need be for your staff to understand and be able to continue to move forward. And that's what enlisting and engaging is all about.